Hello! There we go. That's working good now. Uh, Sorry for the complications of the mic just then. Don't know why that was happening. But anyway, big up to everyone who's tuning in right now. We're going to be talking about the Wolves game, which takes place tomorrow. Big game. Now then, there are some positives to this. There's some good news to this game, I suppose. And for me, it's the fact that I'm fairly certain. I am certain Wolves are safe from relegation. They are 100% clear of relegation now. I'm going to just pull up the league table so I can get a good look at that. But nonetheless, they've cleared it. Share screen. By the way, I do apologise for the delays on the stream. I was out, but it wasn't meant to take. It was meant to take a while, but I left quite early, so it wasn't meant to take this long. But it just ended up being so. Well then, we got some good news here. As far as things are standing, Brentford are holding on to a 1-0 win against Forest. I've got to touch wood though. I'm really hoping they can remain strong there because that's a huge result. It keeps them off us for now. It's only a 1 point gap. It's something you've got to bear in mind. It'd be very disappointing for Forest because, they're dropping big points, aren't they? At a time where they really wouldn't want to. But let's look at the team at the stakes at the moment. City 4th, Wolves 13th. Now then, Wolves are actually the on-form best team in the league, to my knowledge. We'll get a quick look. Win, draw, loss. They haven't lost a game, like an actual game. You can count this if you want, but this was a draw that went to pens. So they haven't actually lost a game in 90 minutes since the 25th of February against Fulham. That means they've gone over 2 months without a loss in I'm trying to refine my words. They haven't had a loss in over 2 months. Europa League is terrible. Who knew? I'm just seeing United are winning 3-0. The team are playing down to 10 men already. I believe. I don't even know who. I don't even know who. Sorry, I'm trying to jog my memory. I don't even know who Tottenham are playing. I know they're winning 2-0. I realised on my stream tomorrow is the last time watching KDB Connect. Wait, why is tomorrow the last time? He's got one more home game, hasn't he? Right? Oh, wait there. I should probably share this whilst I'm talking about Wolves. Yeah, but Wolves haven't lost a game, by the way, since here. They're the on-form best team in the league. And I know this technically counts as a loss, so even so then, if you want to count this as a loss, that's still 2 months without a loss, and it's 6 wins in a row for them. Spurs winning 2-0, embarrassing, and joint 16th in Prem team, going to be European final. Sorry, I should have said in person law. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, is he not there for the Bournemouth game? But hey, enjoy it. Enjoy it, man. Because, the likelihood of us getting to have another midfielder like De Bruyne in our team isn't super high. There's Vitz. He could replicate that, but I don't think it'll be anywhere. I don't think it'll be as special. Wolves are very good. Don't get me wrong. However, look at who they beat. No one impressive, in my opinion. That's true. That is true. Some people might say, oh, 2 Big Six teams and West Ham. Okay, 3 relegation teams. But these guys aren't far off relegation. All of these guys are bottom half in the league. But look, there are 2 things we need to be looking at here. Now, number 1, Wolves are clear of relegation. 20 points clear. They can't get relegated now. Doesn't matter. This game, in effect, doesn't matter. They aren't going to get relegated, so they're kind of on the beaches. Now then, I suspect Cunha will want to keep performing at his A game because I think he wants that move. Okay, he wants that move, and so he's going to keep trying to score goals. I want to see. Let me have a look at the Premier League top goal scorers this season because I know he's not. He's obviously not going to win the boot, but he's not super far off. I think he's like on 17 Premier League goals, Matthias Cunha. So I suspect he's going to keep playing his best game for as long as he can. I can't lie, Friday Night Football, I like it. Good way to start weekend. I've been looking forward to going a week. Plus, it's a night game. I don't actually have to rush my 11:30 reaction because I don't have college next day. Oh, nice. Normally, all night games are midweek in it, so Friday 8 p.m. is nice. Yeah, I get that feeling completely. Yeah, big ups to everyone that has tuned in so far. And big ups to the Alfred that tuned in, that happened before. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's a big game. Wolves, I know that the opposition haven't been great, but they're beating the teams in front of them. They're going to be on high confidence. But I'll be honest, it doesn't matter the form now. It really doesn't. For me, City have got to get out there and they've got to get the win. You can't not win now. For me, Chelsea are going to fall away. Okay, I do have a feeling that they're going to fall away a bit. I don't see them winning all of these games. I really don't. I suspect they'll beat Man United because Man United aren't very good. Newcastle, this is huge, by the way. Newcastle, that's a direct battle for top 4 right here. Both of these games are huge matches, to be fair. So it's absolutely colossal that that Chelsea win these games. Now then, to be honest, the Conference League, they're going to get Europa League football, Chelsea. Because even if they somehow drop out of that group, they should win Conference League. So for me, they're really going to be pushing for top 4 because I think they'll be thinking, all right, Champions League football, because Europa League football is essentially guaranteed for them. It seems like a while since I last tuned into you. Well, your Forest Watch song popped off. YouTube is so bizarre nowadays. Connected, if we win every game left this season, it ain't that outrageous. It would be 9 wins in a row and 13 unbeaten. Hey, that's not a bad. It's not a bad run, but we've got to do it. For me, we've just got to get out there. Well, in terms of form, in terms of the last 5 games, we're one of the best sides in the league right now. We're on better form than Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest, Villa. If you just base it off the last 5 games, the only team that is better than us on form is Wolves. So you could argue, in terms of on form, it's the best 2 teams in the league. If you can make sense of that. For me, though, it's an absolutely huge game, and we've got to be looking to win. But without further ado, let's actually jump to lineup builder because we haven't discussed that yet. I've got to say, though, I think we've been doing a big better job recently. By the way, thoughts on the game last night, Inter versus Barca. Do you know what's crazy? I said that Arsenal versus PSG would be the more entertaining game, end-to-end goals, a lot of goals. Okay, and I said that Barcelona-Inter would be the more tactical game, not many goals, very tight. Man, feels like I got the complete opposite. 2-0 Brentford. Great stuff. Huge that. Again, Forrester fell away a bit recently. Big ups and Visa. Yeah, Forest have fallen away a little bit. Because if they lose this game, which it's looking likely, touch wood, they're going to be what is like their overall form? Because like they have lost a lot of games recently. If you include the semi-final, yeah, they've lost a few games. I lost against Villa, Everton, and City. Losing here, that'll be 4 losses in their last 6. Forest, if they do fail to win tonight, which is looking likely. People are calling Kusanov, sorry, the back four can't change. Yes, it can't change now. Okay, no matter what your thoughts are on Kusanov, it cannot change for me. I love Kusanov, and I'm sure you do too. Well, I don't know if I love Kusanov yet. You know, he's still new, but I love the look of him, is what I should be saying. I think he's got bags of potential that I think can very well be tapped into. I think he looks a cracking player. But we cannot change right now. It doesn't make sense to change. It would go against what I believe in terms of how we should approach football games. It's been working recently. It doesn't matter what the player is. The only reason the starting 11 should be changing is if we pick up an injury, for me. That is genuinely the only reason why it could be changing, in my opinion. Just stick with what's working. Don't mess around. 27 degrees here today, lol. Yeah, mate, I felt it, and I made them a silly mistake of wearing jeans. What an absolute fool! I have survived, though. I have survived. Yeah, we'll hop straight into this now. Although I do think it's quite self-explanatory, to be honest, for the most part. It's got to be Ortega, although Edison was on bench, but we'll go Ortega anyway, safe bet. Diaz and Vardy. I just want to say, by the way, Vardy going as a centre-back, he's been so good, and I think we really should look at that for long term. I do like him at left-back, but centre-back he's been so good as well, showing that player that he was at Leipzig as well. Although that's not me saying have Nico Riley at left back forever. He is a midfielder, but he's just doing a good job. Nunes for me. For me, you go Nunes. Big up, mates. This is Adam MCFC Quinn. Yes. Welcome to the stream, pal. How you doing? Big ups to you. Let me know your predictions for this game. Let me know who you want in the starting 11. Let me check out City's calendar. Last game was a week ago. Almost. That probably means De Bruyne will play today. Tomorrow. I think we're going to see... De Bruyne's been starting a lot in that cam. In that centre forward. So I think we're probably going to see Marmouche here. And I think we will see De Bruyne up top, playing that kind of false 9 role. And right wing... I say you go McAtee, you know. I do think you go McAtee. Because I think McAtee's been solid, to be fair, since he's been playing. Do you get Rico Lewis in here, by the way? Because Rico Lewis was very solid in this game. Rico Lewis was really good in this game. There were lots of question marks on him. But it did really work, to be fair to Pep, the call he made. I don't think you throw Grealish in, to be honest. Don't think you throw Grealish in. I don't think you start both Kova and Rico in a midfield too. Yamal, by the way, forgot to reply to what you said earlier. No words needed for Lamine Yamal. Gibbs, White, Stinker, and Hooked. Goodness, I forgot about Rico in my preview. You know when you just forget about a player. Has it ever happened to you? Yeah, sometimes it do just slip my mind. You know, it's normal. I am thinking about Rico because he was solid. He was very solid in that midfield. Yeah, Lamine Yamal, he is wild. 100 appearances already, 54 goal contributions at 17 for Barcelona. You know, he's playing big games too. You know, doing the Karma celebration in an El Clasico. Scoring big Champions League. That semi-final goal he scored, oh my Lord, it's ridiculous. He is something special, him. as if it wasn't already obvious. But like, it's just a pleasure watching him. It really is. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I want. Do you go Nico G? Nico G, Kova. Because Kova probably had one of his best games in a City shirt last time. Do you do this? Now, I would like to say Rico wouldn't actually be playing this kind of role. I think we would shape a little bit more like this. Probably. Do you see Rodri slip on his knee in training and says he's stressed? Someone gave him a bad pass, so I did that. Lad, oh man. Oh gosh. No, I didn't see that, but that already sounds like a nightmare, man. Just waiting to happen. Oh gosh. We just need to keep that guy wrapped up. Don't rush him. You know, we love Rodri. No need to rush that guy. You know, let him just do his thing. Good to see Haaland back in training. I don't think he's going to start / be in squad tomorrow. He'll probably be available for Southampton though, I would have thought. I went with Ortega, Nunes, Diaz, Vardy, O'Reilly, Kova, O'Reilly, Gonzalez, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Marmoush, Akati, Bernardo. Yeah, I think that's like the only other thing I'd go for, to be honest. Although I think I will stick with that. I do think Rico's earn another start in the midfield because he was very good against Forest. You know, I'm not just talking about his goal. His goal is very good, by the way. Like, it's a nice turn, shot on the edge of the box, 2 minutes in. It's a huge goal. But yeah, I'm not just talking about his goal. Like, I think overall play is very good. I think Kova as well, just really good game. More games like that from these two. And man, I just want to keep him. Well, I mean, I do want to keep Lewis, to be fair, but I definitely want to keep Kova a bit more. However, I remember Lewis, I'd say, playing probably Lewis or Bernardo, McAtee to right wing, keep Lewis in midfield, perhaps. Yeah, I do think in attacks, this would shape up a bit more like this. These two would push out a bit further. One of these occupies this space. Well, I think they drive into that space and then the others cover. I think is what you're likely to see. Obviously, these guys are likely to push forward to help out. But I do think that you're likely to see something like that tomorrow, maybe. I think this is a good starting 11. Okay, with these guys pushing out wide when needed. I think you go with that. I think that works. That's my 11 anyway. If you do want to tinker with it, feel free to. Kova and Lewis, best games in the City shirt. Lewis looked incredible last week. Can't be a one-off. Yeah, I agree. You know, you've done it at a good level now. Okay, now that I'm not asking you, Lewis, to perform like that every single week. What I don't want to see is just the back to the old performances. Just didn't look very organised and whatnot. You know, I think if you could perform like that more, you know, and maybe it is to do with the system. Maybe the system is what is helping him hit that level. Maybe the system really suits Lewis. And if so, then I'm glad to keep doing it. If it gets us results until the end of the season, then maybe reevaluate, or maybe you just roll with this. I don't know. Do as you please. Good thing is about United winning Europa League is they're going to get cooked in UCL, I imagine. Then they would get smoked. And so would I think Tottenham probably too. You know, I don't think either of them are surviving. Right then, I'm gonna try and see if I can find pep quotes now. Here we go. Wait there. Oh, scrolled too far. Right then, so City Extra, big up to our appetite, so hopefully I'm going to get an update on injuries. No, alright, wait there, give me a sec. Blinking neck, come on. Oh, come on, you had images of the players a minute ago. We're really pleased that Rodri's back in training. We went physio, and doctor says Rodri can start to play minutes. After that, he will start to play minutes. Doctors had to tell me difficult injury, 7 to 11 months. The doctor said he feels really good, making sessions, but we have to avoid making a step backwards or getting injured again. Got to be careful. Important thing is one training session after one. Every time feels better and better. And the doctor says Rodri is stable and he can start to play, and that he's going to come back. On Haaland, he's getting better. Don't think he'll be involved against Wolves. Ake and Stones remain not there. No news over the Bob injury. For me, you just gotta let Bob recover now. Just don't even bother playing him for me now, Bob. Don't play him now until the Club World Cup. Give him that time because there is no point messing around with him. Not if he's just going to get injured over and over. It'd just be annoying and frustrating. Any other news? Kind of covered that. Of course, there's a protest tomorrow. I believe first 6 minutes against Wolves. Apparently, this keeper's pretty good, by the way. I know United have been eyeing him up. Apparently, he's pretty good. I did read a couple of his stats. Got like the best save percentage in the league, I believe. So, hopefully he's solid. For 25 million, it's a lot cheaper than Costa, isn't it? So, not too bad. I think that's definitely worth looking at if you ask me. But now then, I'm going to wrap it up here. Not a super long one. Well, half an hour tends to be what I do these match previews for. Tomorrow night, we are obviously back playing against Wolves. I'm not playing against them, but City are. So make sure to tune into that if you are interested in seeing my reactions to that, because it is televised, which is awesome. So big up Steve Wall. We're back tomorrow night. And if you're wondering about Blue Friday show, because Blue Friday show obviously happens at 7 p.m. on match on Fridays, but obviously most of us are probably going to be live then. We're doing Blue Friday show straight after the game, or near enough straight after, to talk about the match, probably. So that's where you're probably going to find my overall thoughts. But other than that, yeah. Big up everyone who tuned in. I appreciate the support. Of course I do. An absolute ton. And like I said, we're back tomorrow. Big up to you all.